Why does it seem, coaches, that our kids are getting harder to coach? Teamwork is harder to achieve. Sacrifice for the team is getting harder to achieve. Kids being honest with themselves and each other. Being determined, working hard. Just things that we just take for granted. It seems like us as coaches are struggling more and more with it with our kids. And we gotta do something about it. And as Sports Leader, we're doing something about it. We're helping coaches implement virtue with their teams. We're helping coaches implement mentoring with their teams. We're helping coaches implement ceremony with their parents. We're helping coaches develop leadership, servant leadership with their players and with their teams. And Sports Leader's job is to help you coaches get that done in a very practical way that's going to help your team. It's going to help them as young men and young women. It's going to help them as players. It's going to help them as future moms and future dads and future leaders of our country. Because the fact is, we as coaches can do more than what we're doing right now.
Wyoming decided to do the sports leadership training because we're always looking for ways to get better. And we have a very broad range of coaching personalities on our staff, and being able to focus in on what makes other people motivated, what makes them decide to coach football and decide to stay in it as long. A lot of coaches that are retired teachers, and we have a lot of young guys coming on board. So getting them all on the same page was very important to me, and I think the relationships that you build as a coaching staff can last a lifetime, but also will provide you with a positive atmosphere out here on the practice field.
Typically, you have a difference between amiables and drivers. Because drivers are let's go, go, go. Amiables are let's slow down and talk about this. Okay? Why are you in such a hurry? So typically with staffs, these are your biggest problems in the sense between the amiables and the drivers.
I've got a lot of things to say. I think it's the dealings with the kids. I think the kids, most of them would run through that wall for you, and it's just the relationship that you had with them. I know my son would, and he wouldn't do it. He wouldn't do it for anybody else. So you've actually have gotten to him where I haven't been able to. But then again, I'm his dad.
We had a great time tonight. We go out in the world and things get crazy and everything kind of happens. Right? The brother-in-laws get in an argument, you don't talk to each other for a month. It's a crazy world. And this will be nice because it'll kind of bring us back to, hey, we made a commitment that we're good, but we're going to be better. Not because we're not good enough, but because our kids need more.
I've talked to a lot of my staff members. They really enjoyed it. They thought it was a great opportunity for us to get in a room and really just get to know each person and each coach about some of the things off the field. What are some of the things that motivate our coaches individually, and then how can we put that into our team and help us coach our kids better. It was definitely a 10 in my book. The guys really did a great job of opening up and really buying into what you were preaching about. Be open and honest, and know that, take a real good look at yourself and know that you have to get better as a person before you can get our kids better.
One of the biggest things that coaches really want and need is captain's training. So oftentimes captains are they're made the captain because they were the best player, they're talented, but they don't know how to lead. They don't know how to serve their teammates. They don't know how to improve themselves or improve their teammates. And so Sports Leader offers a captain's training, specifically towards the captains. So many of the captains want to be better leaders but don't know how. They have strength, they may have some virtue, they may have some character, but it's not strong enough. And as Sports Leader, we believe virtue equals strength, and a captain's training just makes that strength stronger, and it gives them some tools so that they can do a better job of leading their teams during the season. And here at Wyoming High School in Cincinnati, Ohio, Coach Aaron Hancock hosted one of these, and it was awesome.
We wanted to do the captain's leadership training because I'm so tired of people saying that we don't have good leaders, and I want to do something about it. One of my favorite quotes is, if you're not coaching it, you're allowing it to happen. And I think that's one of the things that we have a sign hanging up in our coach's office that we really buy into that. And you have to preach it on a daily basis. You have to get these guys in. You have to talk about character education, or else these guys are just going to go through the entire part of high school and just follow the people ahead of them. And it's just a cycle that keeps going over and over again. So we really want to focus in on how do we become better. How do we want people to follow us?
As Sports Leader, we offer a lot of different workshops, a lot of different things that coaches can use, can kind of pick and choose what they want to do to help their teams.
The jersey ceremony that we did last year was absolutely tremendous. Our senior players were in an auditorium with their father figure, and the father figure had an opportunity to tell them how they feel, how much they love them, what they're proud of them for. And it was a dramatic ceremony, something I'm sure the kids have never experienced. Letters to Mom was an absolute blessing because we provided a rose for each of the mothers. So the player got to write a letter to their mother. As their mother's sitting in a chair, they read the letter, thanking them for everything they've done for them, well, how much they mean to them. And I think that was, for some, that was the first time that they actually opened up that much to their mother. And it was a very special ceremony, something I highly recommend. And it totally changed and helped our team mature into great players and great people.
Face it, coaches, we all have to do some type of character training with our kids. Doesn't matter if I'm a grade school coach, a high school coach, a college coach, a professional coach. We as coaches have to do more than what we're doing with our kids. It's not just about the game. It's about them growing as young men and young women, becoming great leaders, becoming better teammates, becoming great Americans, great people. We are losing our kids. The sports are no longer the #1 game in town. It's up to us coaches to make this game more than just the game. It's about becoming great in all aspects. I know that you know this, but now what we have to do a better job is we have to do a better job of making it stick. We have to do a better job of making it a part of who they are, of their person. And that's what Sports Leader's job is to do. We want to help you, give you methodology and skill and technique so that you can make it stick better on their kids. When that happens, we all win. And that's what this thing is all about.